Welcome to the Emily Otto Show, business coaching for Rebelle healers, priestesses, and other witchy women. This podcast will give you the tools to help you build and scale your online healing business so you can help more people and make more money. My goal is for you to enjoy your life and business with plenty of time for pleasure and play. I am over the moon delighted you're here. Let's start today's episode.
Hello, and welcome to this episode of the Emily Otto Show. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first things first, I am so freaking excited that I have 2 one-on-one coaching spots open. Send me a message on any social media platform or shoot me an email. It's emily@emily-otto.com. It can be either a 3 or a 6-month coaching package, but the whole point is that you get to have one-on-one support over time so that you can build and scale your successful wild and witchy healing arts business. So 2 spots open for long-term, intense one-on-one coaching. You get me in your back pocket on Telegram, a walkie-talkie app. You get access to all of my live coaching programs, all of my pre-recorded coaching programs, and then 3 one-on-one video coaching calls every single freaking month during our time together. I love working in this way, the intensity, the accountability, the getting me in your back pocket full time. I have 2 of those spots open. And then I have 2 Telegram only coaching spots open. So if you're like, I don't have the time, I don't really want to participate in a live program or get like all these other things, I just want you in my back pocket Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, to cheer me on, to tweak my mindset, to help me figure out what to do next with my content marketing, with my organic social media marketing. This is for you. But wait, there's more. I also just launched VIP days. So I have VIP days open either here in Ann Arbor, Michigan, or virtually, and they are on freaking sale for a very limited time for $1,500. I am never offering them at this price again, but I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to do it because I've got 2 different styles for the VIP days. The first one is for you if you have not yet built your business, you don't have a program or a product suite, you just have an idea and you have skills. It's called Build Your Business in a Day. And you and I will literally be working through how to create your programs, your services, your freebie, what your branding is, what your niche is, and then creating a social media strategy for the next 90 days to have you sell out your offers and start to create the foundation for a wildly successful healing business. The other VIP day is the Rich Witch Wild Woman Abundance Activation. It's a mouthful, but I really like it. And this is for you if you already have a business, but it's starting to feel kind of dry, kind of like you're burning out, and you want to invoke more ritual, play, pleasure into every piece of it. And so it's you and me, ceremony, ecstatic dance, cacao, plant spirit medicine, future life progression, so that we can infuse your business with juice. All right. Those are the offers right now. I am so excited to bring these to you. Send me a message on any platform to get more details, and you can scope out my website for information on the VIP days and the one-on-one coaching, Telegram only coaching. I don't have any info for that out there. Just send me a message. Hello. Welcome to this episode of the Emily Otto Show. I'm recording this over Thanksgiving week. I hope that you are spending lots of beautiful time with yourself, with your family, or your chosen family in any way that you decide to. I just coached an amazing woman through selling something to me, and I want to tell you the whole story so that you can use it as evidence and bankable proof that you can make sales the way you want to make them and that people want what you're offering. So that is what we're going to do right here, right now. So it was late at night. My husband and I have a 4.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. The 1.5-year-old's name is Rowan. 4.5-year-old is Cedar. So Rowan has been sleeping like shit for a year. I am chronically sleep deprived at this point. So is my husband. That wasn't a problem with the 4.5-year-old. He took a pacifier, shockingly, He also was our only kid. I was working a corporate job I hated. I mailed it in every day. It didn't matter if I was sleep deprived. But now I run a wildly successful, multiple six-figure business that I love, and I want to be fully present for my clients. And so the sleep deprivation is getting to me. I'm over it. My husband also runs his own business, and he's also over it. Now, this has also been a really hard week because I've had an EDS pain flare. EDS is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and there's like 13 different types of it. But for me, basically, it means that my right SI joint comes out of place very easily. So I've been working with an amazing personal trainer for over 2 years to figure out my own body repatterning system, working with myofascial release, working with targeted muscle activations, stretching in different ways, in addition to working with my incredible Ashtanga teacher. I used to work with DOs and chiropractors. It didn't get me where I wanted to go. And a lot of them were like, okay, you should be good now. I was not. Spoiler alert. So I've had pain flare-ups this week, which means it's hard for me to lift and lower my baby when he gets up in the middle of the night and needs to be rocked and patted and sweetly coddled back to sleep. So my husband has been getting up on his own the last 2 nights, and he's burned out. He's tired. He's frustrated. The baby will not take a pacifier. He does not want anything to do with anything other than sleeping on mom and dad. But even that doesn't work anymore because we'll bring him into bed and he'll kick and he'll flail around, and even that's no longer working. So, as one does when they are sleep deprived, you get on the internet and you Google for solutions, right? Right. So I'm up late at night. I'm in bed. Connor's going to resolve the sleep thing with Rowan for the upteenth time. And I am Googling how to get a toddler to sleep. And the first result I see is this ad from a sleep school. I'm like, that's interesting. Battelle, I've never heard of them. And it's not something that was around when Cedar was going through these troubles. I've done the Dr. Sears sleep book. There's a lot of really cool stuff. I'm not willing to let my babies cry it out. Rowan was breastfed and co-slept until he was a year old. I love my babies, but I also love sleep. And we are hitting this critical point of like, something has to give. And sleeping with us isn't even working anymore. So what do? You hire an expert, right? Whether that's for business coaching, intimacy coaching, relationship coaching, energy healing, past life regressions, future life progressions, priestess work, ritual, ceremony, you hire a beautiful human who's an expert in the thing, right? So I'm looking at their website. They do one thing. It's one program. Fucking love it already. Okay. That's a brilliant business model. You do one thing, you do it really, really well. You rinse and repeat, serve the shit out of your clients and make it really, really easy. One thing, $1,500, which at first is like, oh, it's a lot, but like, how much is good sleep worth to you? Yeah. So they also have payment plans, $100 a month over time. They're using 2 different payment providers to do that, which is really interesting from a business perspective. So I'm reading and I'm watching and I'm looking at it, and they do like a little self-assessment tool where you're putting in what is going on with the kid and what your parenting style is like, what's working for you, what's not working. Kind of neat, really neat little assessment tool. And then you can book a consult call, and they had one for today. And so I thought, well, shit, let's just talk to a live human and see. Let's see, is this a solution? They have a money back guarantee. They have chat support available after you graduate this 2-week program until the kid is 6. Like, how is this a viable business model, right? But if you've got volume of clients, then you can have a database from which to pull solutions or answers and email them to the parents, to the alumni, or send it in a chat, right? And then you've got a model that works. And I'm on the phone with the woman and she's telling me about it and I'm listening. And there's a point where I'm like tearing up the idea of this level of support. Chances are, if you've hired a business coach or an intimacy coach, you might have had this too of like, I don't have to do it alone. And it's really nice that no, you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. And I'm listening to her talk and we get to the end and she's like, we have a 98% efficacy rate. If by the end of the 2 weeks, you don't have a 5-minute bedtime routine and the baby isn't sleeping through the night, we'll give you your money back. And I'm like, what? Like your head tilts like a dog. Okay. Huh? Really? How are you able to do that? Because their method, without letting the child cry it out, has been proven effective 98% of the time they use it. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dialed in, right? With different sleep consultants, with child psychologists, with all of this evidence backing them up of, okay, how in our society, which has real time limits and constraints and things like working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, needing to have enough sleep, not sleeping in the middle of the day, right? Like there's real constraints on us as parents, as humans, if we're living in a capitalist society, in the dominant culture of North America. And to be honest, I like my work. I don't want to take naps in the middle of the day. I want to do my work, right? And so something's got to give. And I'm listening to her and she's talking about how valid this program is and how many people they've helped. And I'm reading these reviews all over the internet from third-party resources. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty dope. And she gets to the end and she's like, I really hate this part. I don't like this part. I just don't want it to feel pressury, but do you think you're interested? Would you like to buy the program? And I was like, hold up. I'm a business coach and I want you to know that I reached out to you. I asked you for support. I want your support. You're not being pressury. At no point in any part of the process, me booking online, you reaching out to me to see if we could do it earlier, me hopping on a call with you, you telling me about the program because I'm literally asking you. At no point have I felt pressured. That's not real. That's not a thing. You're not pressuring me. I am literally saying, hi, it looks like the thing you have can really help me. Can I buy it? Can I buy it? And so you're doing me a service by selling it to me. Like, please let me buy it. Please let me buy it and be massively well supported by you. Okay? And she's like, I just know the amount of times that I've been like pressure sold into, and I just really hate that. And I was like, I hear you. But literally you're saying, I have a solution. It works. Would you like to buy it? You are making your program, your product, your service, a freaking offering. It's an offer. It's an offer. You're not forcing anybody into it. You are not a sleazy used car salesman. You are not somebody who's like making cold calls on the internet and asking people randomly, like, I have a thing. Do you want to buy it? It looks like you have a problem. I can solve your problem. No, your product, your program is exactly what I want. I found you. You're telling me about it. You have a duty to sell it to me. And she was like, okay, I guess you're right. I can see how that perspective is helpful. Like I used to work on the other side of things. I'm not super into sales. I was like, I hear you. And I'd love it if you shifted your sales perspective to like, confidently make me the offer, right? Because the wibble wobble was kind of annoying. At the end of the conversation where I'm like, that sounds really cool. I don't have additional questions. It sounds like something I need. How do I book it? How do I do this? And then to have you be like, oh, I hate this part. Like, what? No, you just like screwed the pooch with the sales process. Because now I'm like, why aren't you confident in selling it to me? That's weird. And I know it's because she's uncomfortable, right? But someone who's not a business coach might be like, oh, no, what? You're not sure? Like you just said, this is what I need. I told you this is what's going to help me based on what you're telling me. And now you don't want to sell it to me. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it, right? I bet you've had that in an experience of sales as well. Your clients might be having that experience of like, wait, why don't you want to sell it to me? Am I not a good fit for it? Is it not actually going to help me? Can you not help me? I thought you just said you could help me, right? Confidently make the offer. Your people want what you have. Make sure that the work you do helps the person with the problem that they have. And then go forth and sell the ever-loving shit out of it. Nail the offer to the wall. Because in this day and age, in this time, in this timeline, the internet is a loud and noisy place. People have to know what they're looking for. The reason I found this sleep school last night is because I know what I'm looking for. I know that I am looking for non-cry it out method sleep support for a toddler that can throw tantrums, that is blissfully aware and can nod yes and no in response to my questions. I know what I'm looking for. Your person, if you articulate it over and over again in a clear way they understand, is going to be able to find your product, your program, your service, your offer. And then when they reach out, sell it to them. And by reaching out, maybe they like every single post you've ever made. Maybe they attend your free turn-on event. Maybe they start to connect with you in the DMs. People aren't just there expecting you not to make an offer. They want to hire you. They want to work with you. Chances are they're scared too, maybe just as scared as you are to make the offer. So make it freaking easy. Hi. Yeah, this is totally what I do. Would you like to work together? Would you like some of my soup? Would you like the snickerdoodles cookies? Do you want some of the tea? Would you like to buy this program? In your head, say, if not, that's okay. Right? That took me a long time to be like, if not, it's okay. Don't say that part. Say the first part because they know that if not, it's okay. You're not being gross, pressury, and salesy. You're just making the offer. And if they say, no, now it's not the right time. No, I don't have the money. No, I'm not sure. Or maybe it's a no disguised as a yes. I don't really know if this is going to work for me. That's more of a yes, but you don't take it as a yes. You ask more questions. Okay, I hear that you're afraid that this might not work for you. Why is that? What's coming up? Chances are they'll tell you the story. If you've built the trust, if you built the rapport, if you've made yourself a safe person for people to say no, maybe, and yes to, they're going to come to you with that. They're going to say it. I'm really afraid I'm not going to show up for this program. I'm afraid that this is one more thing that I'm going to spend the money on that isn't going to work. Here's why these things haven't worked for me in the past. And then you have the chance to overcome their objections. I hate that language, but really addressing their concern. Well, if you don't really show up for the calls, I can't help you. Or you know what? You're still going to squeeze juice out of it in the pre-recorded modules and the action taking in the Facebook. And it's okay if you don't attend the live calls for this program, right? Have a real conversation. This is where your leadership and expertise comes into play. You've got this. And if you want more support, send me a message and hop in my free Facebook group, Business Coaching for Healers and Spiritual Entrepreneurs with Emily Otto, and keep listening to this podcast and share it with every single one of your witchy women in business friends. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you.
That's it for today. Share this episode with other Rebelle healers so they too can make more money and deeply support their people. Join my free Facebook group at Business Coaching for Rebelle Healers with Emily Otto, and stay tuned for next week's episode. XOXO.